This video, I'm going to pinpoint the exact reason why Bradley Cooper was able to quit alcohol at the age of 29. And I'm going to pinpoint the exact reason why I believe Conor McGregor can't quit alcohol and why he should before he destroys his life. Now, the reason I know this is true and I'm able to pinpoint the exact reason is because it's the exact reason that helped me quit alcohol and entirely changed my life over 4.5 years ago. And I believe by the end of the video, it'll be enough to persuade you to be able to quit alcohol for good as well. So stick around to the end. Bradley Cooper is one of the most accomplished Hollywood actors of all time. He's over 15 years sober. He starred in one episode of Sex and the City, but then he had a long layoff until he landed his first major role in the film The Hangover when he was 36 years of age. Until then, I suppose you could call Bradley Cooper a struggling Hollywood actor. Then we have Conor McGregor, one of the most accomplished athletes of all time. But again, it wasn't always like this. Conor McGregor was born in Dublin in an area called Crumlin, which is no doubt one of the roughest parts of Ireland, where he worked as a trainee plumber and religiously trained to be a pro MMA fighter. Conor McGregor's first taste of success was in 2012 when he was just 24 years of age, where he won the featherweight and the lightweight Cage Warriors world title. Conor McGregor tasted success much sooner than Bradley Cooper, but this has turned out to be a double-edged sword, but we'll get into that later. Bradley Cooper struggled for success earlier on in his life, and he contributed a lot of that due to drink and drug abuse. It was only when he decided at the age of 29 he was going to stop drinking and focus on his career that he landed his first breakthrough movie, The Hangover, when he was just 36 years of age. Now, Bradley Cooper has contributed a large amount of his success due to sobriety, whereas Conor McGregor actually got successful and then went off the rails. Now, the reason why I've chosen these two people is because they highlight two important reasons which will relate to you and your relationship with alcohol. The first point is they relate to why one can quit alcohol and why the other one can't. They show us two important points. Now, this leads me to a very important point. It's called a pain point. A pain point, in simple terms, is something that holds serious consequence if we do not stop something or we do not take action. Now, the point I'm getting at, there has to be serious repercussions if you don't quit alcohol. This takes me back to a point in my life where I was living at home in my hometown with my parents, and I was driving around in BMWs, Audis. I was working as an electrician and I had very little outgoings. I didn't pay rent, I just paid for my car, insurance and things like that. Now, it was only when I moved from the United Kingdom to Sydney, Australia, where I was basically forced to pay my own rent in, no doubt, one of the most expensive cities in the world. I was basically exposed to the riches of Sydney. If you've been to Sydney, you'll know how much money's there. You know, you've only got to look around at the houses, the cars, the boats, the buildings. And I couldn't get finance on a car because I wasn't a permanent resident. So, long story short, I basically had to buy a 1998 Toyota Corolla. It was this white car. It was all dented. It had 4 doors. It had steel wheels. And I was 29 years of age, and at first I thought it was funny. It was like buying a first car. I'd moved to Australia, no one knew me, I didn't really care. I was living in a hostel, I felt 20 again. I had this car, I thought it was funny. But it wasn't long until the novelty wore off. And I was just thinking to myself one day, I was thinking, why am I driving around in this beat up car? I'm almost 30 years of age. Like, why do I not have the finances to be able to go out and buy a nice car to people who are similar ages to me? I basically needed to level up my life, or I would be left behind and I would end up a loser. Now, for some of you who are watching this video, you may be able to relate to me. You might feel that you're not progressing in life the way that you should be. For me, certainly I wasn't, and that was when I looked at my life and I realised that alcohol was the main ingredient that was holding me back from getting to where I wanted to go. If you are struggling with drinking, I have left a link in the description to book a free one-to-one call with me. You can ask me anything. I've been through everything. And alternatively, I've left a 7-day video course, 22 modules long. Check it out, the link is in the description. Back to the video. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that Conor McGregor in the near future will do something, or has already done something, which is going to cause a significant pain point in his life, which is going to make him say, right, okay, that's it, no more drugs or alcohol for me. Now, you might be able to relate more to Conor McGregor, where you've had success early on, you've made some money, and now you've got freedom of time. You're in your 30s or your 40s, and now you're basically going off the rails. For me, I can relate to Bradley Cooper because by our own expectations, we were both not successful at the age of 29, so we both stopped drinking alcohol to be able to get that edge to get to where we want to go. Now, you need to ask yourself the question, if you don't give up drink or drugs or both, what is the pain point that this will cause? Maybe it's that you're fed up of being overweight, feeling unattractive. As a result, you feel lonely because you struggle to attract that boy or girl that you want into your life. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you've got someone in your life who you really care about, and drinking is basically damaging your relationship. And if you don't stop drinking, maybe you're going to lose him or her. Or maybe you're just feeling stuck because you don't have the finances that will give you the freedom that you desire. Now, this is a question that only you can answer. I can't answer it for you. But when you do answer that question, I want to let you know this. When you have a strong enough why, it will bear almost anyhow. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment. It helps me make more content, and I will see you in the next one.